Are you frustrated? Do you feel like you know exactly what people need and yet they're just too ignorant to know it? Listen, if you want to get more customers, then this frustration you need to avoid. You need to pay attention to this. It's so critical. Hi, I'm Martin Meisenheimer, Momentum Maker, helping introverted entrepreneurs end the cycle of constant overthinking, distraction, and procrastination fast so they can finally start moving forward in building the business of their dreams. And this comes to me from conversations I've had just recently this week with some of my beta testers. The big idea behind this is if you're feeling frustrated because you feel like the rug was taken out from under you, and your business model that worked a year ago isn't working now, then you've got to stop trying to fit that thing that you did into what people want. You're doing the old round peg, square hole kind of thing, and that just doesn't make sense. You got to figure out what is working now. If you don't know what's working now in your industry, you've got to find someone who's successful. Start looking. You've got to do your homework and research. They're out there and they're making themselves known. There's never been a better time than right now to learn because we have access to everything online. You got to find out who's doing what you used to do, but now they're doing it really well online. That's your first clue. Figure out what works now. This is the new reality. Let go of the past. What worked a year ago may not work in your industry right now. Waiting for a resurrection of your past is a fool's errand. So here's what to do instead. You got to start with asking better questions. Instead of asking these are the kinds of questions I hear people asking right now. Why aren't they signing up for my thing? I need more leads. Why can't I get more leads? Why aren't they showing up to my free webinar? Why this? Why that? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? Instead, you got to ask yourself, what do they want? Do you think that right now people suddenly don't have any needs, wants, struggles, problems, pains? No, of course not. In fact, probably now more than ever. So if you're not tapping into that, then why would you expect them to sign up for something that you used to sell a year ago? Stop trying to force that thing down their throat. Stop criticizing them when they don't buy. This is critical. If you're like getting frustrated and that frustration turns into disdain for the people who used to be your clientele or your target, whoever it is that you're targeting now, that negative energy is going to stop any possibility of growth for your business, because here's the thing to know. Write this down. You will never attract that which you disdain. You will never attract that which you disdain. If you feel frustrated and you kind of start saying it's their problem because they're just too ignorant, not good. If you do this, you're going to get more and more frustrated. You're going to get more angry and possibly depressed. And ultimately, you're just going to quit. And if that happens, who are you helping? Who benefits when you quit? They still have problems. They still have needs. They still are struggling with things that you possibly could have helped them with. But, you were too frustrated. It's the point of that. And obviously, it doesn't help you. So you've got to get out of this mindset. Pay attention. This mindset that kind of says, I want them to want what I want them to want. Again, I want them to want what I want them to want. Instead, you've got to figure out what it is they want. How can I help? That's a better question. How can I help? So here's how to do that. Number one, you got to get crystal clear on exactly who it is that you're trying to reach. And when I say crystal clear, right down to the television shows they want, the music, the things that they enjoy doing in their life. Don't make it all just about, they're a female from age 25 to 35. That's not good enough. That's not clear. Define exactly who they are, what they do, what their life is like, all the details. Get clear. Once you have that, now you know the next question. What is it they're struggling with? Get super, super clear on that. If you don't know what that is, you got to do your homework first. Before you do anything more, get clear on those two things. Who are they? What are they struggling with? Then, lastly, number 3, you've got to, once you figured out what they're struggling with, you need to talk about that stuff all the time. That needs to be your thing. When you talk about their struggles all the time, you become a magnet. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. People are attracted to people who speak their language. Their language is, hey, I got a problem here. If I hear someone talking about my problem and it sounds like, oh, they get it. Yeah, that person gets it. What am I going to do? I'm going to move closer. Is this helpful? Does it make sense? I hope so. Please, if you got any value here and you think this is beneficial, drop a comment, like, and share. As always, I love replying back to all your comments personally, and just know that until next time, I'll be rooting for your success.